صلى الله عليه وسلم.
Alhamdulillah, wa salatu wa salamu ala rasulillahi wa alihi wa sahbihi wa man ihtada bihudah. Amma ba'd. The Prophet alayhi salatu wasalam was a prophet and a messenger for 23 years. Everything in his life was documented. And I mean everything. And if you go through his biography, you will find that he was a kind, merciful, and soft person. Nevertheless, he was a human being. So you would expect that there should be times reported that he expresses his anger as a human being, or he can't be just like that. Because a person who does not become angry is not a living person. So if you look into his biography, you will find that there are a number of isolated incidents where he got angry, alayhi salatu wasalam, and may have said something that you would think that this is a little bit harsh, but it's only human nature. And these things are not more than what you can count on one hand. Incidents that are documented where he may have insulted someone or cursed someone for disobeying his direct order, or making dua, which is random dua, as the Arabs say, but do not intend it. So how can we look and study such isolated, limited incidents? Hadith 230, the Prophet ﷺ says in his dua,
اللهم فأيما مؤمن سببته فاجعل ذلك له قربة إليك يوم القيامة.
O Allah, to any believer whom I have insulted, let that be cause to draw him nearer to you on the day of resurrection. Whoa. So if the Prophet insults me, alayhi salam, or he curses me, or he spanks me or beats me, this would be a cause of getting me nearer to Allah, which means that it is actually a good thing for me. This is what the Prophet alayhi salatu wasalam said. What does that mean? It means that the mercy of the Prophet alayhi salatu wasalam is blocking his anger, and he's asking Allah Azza wa Jal not to answer his dua. Like when a daughter of Sulaym, the mother of Anas. So this daughter is the sister of Anas. Once, she's a young girl, came and the Prophet saw her, and he was astonished because she grew up all of a sudden. He didn't see her for a couple of months maybe, and she seemed to have grown up. She was like 6 or 7 years of age. So he said to her, "You've grown up. May you never grow up again." In Arabic, "La kaburat sinnuki." So the girl went to her mom terrified. And the mom rushed to the Prophet ﷺ inquiring, "Is this going to affect my daughter?" So she said, "Oh Prophet of Allah, you said so and so. So now my girl is never going to grow up." So the Prophet smiled and said, "Didn't you know that I asked Allah to make whatever things that come out of my mouth, if it's insulting others or cursing them or beating them, to make it a cause of them getting closer to Allah?" And of course the girl grew up, and that is an indication that this dua falls under the whole dua. So this highlights the danger of what comes out of your mouth. Be careful when you curse your sons or your wealth or your servants. But at the same time, it indicates the mercy of the Prophet alayhi as-salatu was-salam, and how his heart was filled, even at times of anger, with compassion and mercy to his ummah. Now, another situation which happens a lot, when we would like to praise someone, a fellow Muslim, he's kind, he is generous, he is practicing. This is a dangerous zone, because we may be complimenting him while at the side of Allah Azza wa Jal, he's among the people of hell. We don't know. So what to do? The Prophet ﷺ says,
إذا كان أحدكم مادحا صاحبه لا محالة فليقل أحسب فلانا والله حسيبه ولا أزكي على الله أحدا أحسبه إن كان يعلم ذاك كذا وكذا.
if any one of you is impelled to praise his brother, then he should say, I deem so and so to be good, to be righteous, to be practicing, to be generous, and Allah is his reckoner, and I don't praise anyone putting it, that is my praising, forward in front of Allah's commendation. However, I assume him to be such and such, if he knows that of him. What does that mean? So many times I would like to praise someone for his knowledge. I always have to put this phrase, Allah is his reckoner, and I don't praise anyone putting it, that is my praising, forward in front of Allah's commendation. لا أزكيه على الله والله حسيبه. This is how I always put a disclaimer, so that I would not talking wrongly or wrongfully about others when they are not as I think of them. Then what happens if someone praises me? If you go through the biography of scholars like Bin Baz, like Ibn Uthaymeen, and those before them, but these are our contemporaries, these we've seen them and witnessed them, you will find utter humbleness, total refusal for anyone to praise them in front of them. I've seen this myself when the Sheikh would interrupt someone who's praising him in a gathering. He said, no, stop. No, don't continue. I don't allow this. Even when people say that, Sheikh Ibn Uthaymeen, you are the solution for our problems, he says, stop this. This is not halal. It's not permissible for you to praise me like this. So what should we say when someone does praise us like this? The dua is to say,
اللهم لا تؤاخذني بما يقولون واغفر لي ما لا يعلمون واجعلني خيرا مما يظنون.
O Allah, do not hold me to account for what they say about me. Forgive me for that which they do not know about me, and make me better than what they perceive me to be. This dua is quoted by many of the Salaf, and some say that this is, or these are the words of Abu Bakr himself. And there are other narrations stating that this is what the companions used to say. May Allah be pleased with them. And these words are beautiful because it shows that no one knows you for truly who you are other than Allah the Almighty, and that we should continue to always look down upon ourselves and not allow people's praise to inflate us. And this is a very dangerous thing, because whenever someone praises you, the sunnah is that you interrupt them and not allow them to keep on saying, oh Shaykh, you are the one who revived the sunnah. As so many people say to us when calling or communicating or talking. Oh, you are this, you are that. Akhi, you don't know me. So if I allow you to continue, yes, I'm much better than this, but yeah, I'm being humble. No, this endangers your iman, because shaitan will inevitably creep into your heart, spoil it, soil it, darken it, and make it as hard as stone. So always acknowledge who you really are and ask Allah to remain steadfast. This is all the time we have. Until we meet next time, I leave you fi amanillah. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
صلى الله على محمد صلى الله على محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم